At the CIF Unified Sports Track and Field Championships, we'll have 3 events that we move on to the following weekend at the Masters meet. Those 3 events are going to be the 4x1, the 100, and the long jump. And we will be giving out a CIF plaque this year at our meet. The 4x1 is going to consist of 4 athletes from your school, 2 of which need to be special ed, 2 of which need to be general ed athletes. They'll be starting at the common start finish of the track. Each track, regardless of what school you go to, is going to be 400 meters long. Each athlete will compete 100-meter segments. As you can see on our track, we have a blue exchange zone. Leading into the exchange zone, if you go 10 meters back, there's a small triangle. This small triangle identifies the beginning of what's called the acceleration zone. Athletes must line up to the inside of that acceleration zone, and the baton must be handoff within the actual exchange zone, which is shown by the larger triangles. And in our track, they happen to be blue. And so once the athlete successfully hands off the baton, then they would go on to the next segment and the baton makes its way around. So in any of our laned races, meaning that the athletes stay in the lanes for the entire race, they have the option to start in blocks. It's not a necessity. As you can see in this video, some of our athletes are using blocks, others are not. They are provided for you at the meet. We will have people at the start line that could help you set them up. 100 meters simply starts 100 meters behind the start line. One of the things that we've noticed is that we do have to prepare our athletes in unified track and field to be prepared for the gun to go off, because it can be quite loud. For the long jump, it is a running long jump. The board is the white marker that the athletes will jump from. Oftentimes it is actually wood. As long as your foot is either on or behind the board and you make it all the way into the sand, then you're going to get a mark. The way that you measure this is from the closest point of the board towards the sand to the furthest indentation in the sand that the athlete leaves behind when they jump. And in this event, as in the other running events, you would simply combine or average the marks out of the general ed and the special ed athlete to get your pairs mark, and then that mark would compete against the other athletes in that event.